does this mean our hot days are behind us?
Not yet. They're numbered, absolutely right. But I still have at least one day in the 7-day forecast, John, where we're going to be looking at more summer-like weather instead of fall. I'll talk more about that when that comes up here in a couple minutes. But again, I guess it's behind on me in the weather headlines. Come Tuesday, we could be seeing a chance for 90-degree weather. Showers return late this week, but again, fall officially arrives at 5:44 tomorrow morning. So by my count, we're about 9 hours and 45 minutes or so away from the official start. But we're looking at some gorgeous ends to the last Saturday night of summer. Over in the Wells Fargo Tower camera, temperature of 71 degrees. Winds are pretty light out there, and we'll have that ridge of high pressure develop really the next couple of days for tomorrow and into Monday as well. And Tuesday is when temperatures really start to soar thanks to that little strong east wind flow that'll help boost our temperatures a little bit. For tomorrow, it is going to be a nice start to fall. Temperatures starting out will be a little bit on the crisp side, but that's kind of what we have been experiencing the last couple of mornings. Kind of some high clouds filter in between 2 and 3 o'clock, but I'm expecting to see daytime highs right around the mid to the upper 70s. As we look at tomorrow morning on the Futurecast, this is showing a few high clouds near the foothills of the mountains, but for the most part, we're going to be looking at clear skies from a good portion of the morning all the way into the afternoon. I'll talk more about your detailed forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you. New lawsuits allege sexual abuse by current and former staffers of Oregon's juvenile detention system. There are a total of 6 claims at facilities that house kids as young as 12 years old. An attorney with the firm filing the claims told us it started with a complaint from one person who'd once been incarcerated as a minor at an Oregon Youth Authority facility. 5 of the 6 claims came from McLaren Youth Correctional Facility in Marion County, which housed teens and young men up to 24 years old.
A staff member gaining the trust of the youth by giving them contraband, by singling them out for special attention, by isolating them.
4 of the named defendants are accused of sexually abusing plaintiffs. The other 11 are accused of failing to report known abuse. In a statement, a spokesperson for the Oregon Youth Authority wrote in part, "The conduct alleged runs completely against our values and commitments to our youth, and we will continue to swiftly investigate and take decisive action when individuals undermine our work." September is National Cold Case Month, and the Hillsborough Police Department is asking for help with 2 cases that were reported in September's past. On September 24th of 2007, 45-year-old Gerardo Pazana Artiega was found hurt behind a bar near East Main and 4th Avenue. He later died in the hospital. On September 23rd, 1992, 83-year-old Elizabeth Wasson was murdered at her home off of Southeast Brookwood Avenue near Fruing Road. If you have any information on either case, call Hillsborough Police. A new lawsuit has been filed following the ride malfunction at Oaks Amusement Park that made global headlines. In June, about 30 people got stuck upside down, some 10 stories up for 25 minutes on the Atmosphere ride. Oaks Park is now suing the Italian company that built and installed the ride, accusing them of negligence. Riders' families have filed lawsuit against Oaks Park. One is seeking $125,000 in damages, alleging their daughter now suffers from post-traumatic stress and anxiety. Navigating the criminal justice system and appearing in court can be stressful for many people. That's why a Portland Animal Clinic is offering up therapy dogs to help out. Our Sydney Dorner has the story.
This training is set up to mimic real-life court proceedings, preparing these furry friends to provide emotional support to victims during these often uncomfortable trials.
Tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
A mock trial, setting up volunteers from the Dove Lewis Animal Hospital for success when they bring therapy dogs into the courtroom, a service Kathy Wentworth has been doing for 10 years.
We are very passionate about helping people in situations that are difficult for them, that are going through the court systems. Whether they're young people, children, adults, everyone needs a little helping hand.
The comprehensive training was led by Multnomah County District Attorney's Office, which has a program specifically for assisting people defined by law as victims. Deputy District Attorney Chris Rothfuss says that anyone can be impacted by a crime.
Testifying in a courtroom is extremely traumatizing, extremely uncomfortable, extremely stressful for a victim. And so having a therapy dog there beside the victim can help to reduce that stress level.
This comfortability ultimately lends to a more in-depth trial.
It's found to be very effective in allowing them to communicate and very effective at allowing them to kind of manage their emotions that they're going through.
The event, held at a Portland Police Training Division, featured a judge and victim advocates, demonstrating what happens before, during, and after a victim testifies. The Dove Lewis Portland area canine therapy teams volunteer in Multnomah, Washington, and Clackamas counties. Together, they contributed over 4,000 volunteer hours in 2023 and are pushing for more this year, standing with victims of domestic abuse, sexual violence, human trafficking, and at-risk youth.
An animal that is not asking them questions, there's no judgment, and it just gives them a moment to collect themselves, and in some cases it helps with their confidence.
Sydney Dorner, KGW News.
A public appeal from Portland Metro Chamber, a 6-foot-tall cat statue, part of an outdoor exhibit from the movie Coraline, was stolen. It's the Keep Portland Weird cat that was located at Waterfront Park. It was taken sometime between Friday night and early this morning. Portland Metro Chamber says this is not only art that everyone is meant to enjoy, it's also supposed to go up for auction to support the OHSU Children's Hospital. And we want to remind you of a weekend bridge closure here in Portland. The Hawthorne Bridge was closed to all traffic this morning. This is so a contractor can repave the bridge and make other repairs. It's set to reopen tomorrow morning at 6. Another quick traffic alert this weekend on the North Coast, where Highway 101 is closed in both directions for roughly 36 hours just north of Manzanita. The shutdown started at 7 this morning and runs until Sunday evening. It's to repair a partial collapse on the Nacarney Creek Bridge that was damaged last month. ODOT says permanent repair work is expected to start later this month. For now, you can detour using State Routes 53 and Highway 26. It's a state-of-the-art school building all about giving students options. Today was the grand opening of the Hayu Ashki Owihat, also known as the Multiple Pathways to Graduation building. It's named after the Chinook word for many future paths. This 85,000 square foot facility, now the home to 2 alternative schools and support programs for students, parents, and those looking to go back to school. Corrina Wolf with Portland Public Schools told us this building is meant to offer comprehensive support to groups of students that are normally not given as much attention.
This really changes the course for our district and puts really prioritizes students in alternative education.
The all-electric powered building is designed to be energy efficient, even with a solar array to generate its own electricity. Well, it's a weekend of authentic German food and fun. Oaks Park is holding its annual Oktoberfest celebration, and we got a look at it earlier today. The amusement park's been holding the festival now for more than 30 years. Since Friday, Oaks Park has been the home of German and local German-style beers, plus authentic food, live Oompa bands from the Northwest, plus family-friendly activities.
It's really all about bringing the community together. Like, people love music, they love food, but the thing they love the most is being out here with everyone else in this fun and festive atmosphere that makes you enjoy time with your neighbors.
It was a perfect day for it today. You have one more day to join in on the party. It runs Sunday from 11 to 7. You have plenty of time to visit another festival down in Marion County. Today was the opening day of the 37th annual Ballman's Harvest Festival. What started as a play date for the Ballman family has now grown to a sprawling month-long celebration with dozens of activities for families to enjoy.
I always tell people we're on the way to nothing, but it's so cool when you come here, you're actually going to the farm where we're growing the pumpkins in the field. It's not a grass field. They brought pumpkins in. You are going to where we actually grow 17 different varieties of pumpkins.
In addition, there are also mazes, obstacle courses, rides, plus fresh pressed apple cider and a variety of food and drink options as well. The festival runs through October 30th.